Lee is with us. Lee is in South Carolina. Hi, Leah. How are you?
I'm good, Dave.
So I see on my screen you got something to brag about. We like having this zone where we have some brags occasionally. Tell me your brag. How you doing?
Well, we're doing great, and I'm really glad that you allow us to do this. So I'm the co-owner with my husband of a catering company and a restaurant. We've had the business for almost 20 years now. Last year we did $2 million in sales. We have 12 full-time staff and about 50 to 60 seasonal banquet staff. My brag story comes out of a post-COVID realization that, for the first 19 years of business, we really focused more on success, busy calendars, top line. And after COVID, we just saw the exhaustion in everyone's faces. First, by just trying to save our business. We lost $1 million in 1 month of canceled bookings in 2020.
Oh yeah,
it was really scary.
Yeah.
The shutdowns were.
I remember
a real
entire
thing.
segments of revenue just evaporating before my eyes.
Yeah, overnight. I didn't want to look at my email or answer the phone because I knew it was just another canceled, event in someone's life too. And so in 2021 and 22, there was just so much pent up demand that we were working 7 days a week. We were doing 3, 4, 5 events every day just to, get everybody on the calendar. And we looked at everybody and we realized pretty quickly we really needed to pour into them. So we shut down the business for 3 days. We just put signs on the doors and let all of our customers know, hey, we need to recharge and refocus. And my husband and I put together a 3-day retreat. We took our staff off site. We poured into them both in just refocusing our why. Why are we doing this? Why do we work so hard? So we spent a lot of time dialing in on that.
That had to blow their minds.
It did. It just blew our minds of how excited they were to get refocused.
And how much impact that had. I mean, they'll be talking about that 20 years from now.
Yeah, well, we put a big sign up in our kitchen of what our why was that we all developed together. We brought in a translator because we have a lot of Spanish-speaking staff. So we brought in a translator to make sure that they felt, that they were being heard as well. And we recharged our minds. From that, Dave, we put together what we call a mental wellness fund for our business. So this fund is available to any of our full-time staff that may have any challenges that they face in their life. I know there's a huge focus on everyone having health insurance, but there's not a lot of mental health insurance.
It's like
so
none.
We decided to do
that's
that.
excellent.
0.
Excellent.
Yep. So I think just knowing that, them knowing how much we care about them, putting them first genuinely, not just because it sounds good or we heard it on, a podcast or something, pour into your people, just because we genuinely really wanted to pour into them. Our success has been amazing. And we just wanted to share that because it truly does make a difference when you put people in front of profit.
So what did you see when you say your success shot up? Did you see a change in the numbers, a change in the turnover, or just a change in the air, the culture? Or all
I
of
would
it?
say culture, all of it. Culture came first. People walked a lot straighter. They stood up taller. They were more energetic to answer leads and have conversations with our clients. Things were less daunting because it wasn't just about earning business to get a booking for events. It was more about connecting with clients and making sure that they're the right client, because we don't want to just work 7 days a week anymore just to get an event. We want to make sure that they know that we are working with integrity, not just serving food, that we're working to be, passionate about making memories, and that they're not just another booked date. So I would say that came first. And then, the profits came after that because genuinely we actually work less than we've ever worked in 20 years.
So what do you think how much do you think profit changed?
I would say our profit definitely went up like bottom line 10%.
Yeah. Okay. Because my contention has always been, and I've, it's a little bit of a hard thing to trap and to do a control study on, to where you can actually create hard numbers to prove it. But my contention has always been, I've got better people if I pour into them, because the good ones stay because the environment is great. And so my turnover is less. I've got some of the best, most talented people. They're more committed. So we're all more productive. And so any three of ours are doing four persons worth of work usually, because we just are leaning in so hard, because most people don't work that hard. And so we work hard here, all of us. And so I'm convinced we get more productivity, which equals profit when it comes right down to it. If I got one less person to pay out of every four to get a certain amount of work done, then if that's the ratio, then that's a payroll savings that goes straight to the bottom line in order to get the same amount of gross revenue in. So that's my contention. And the other thing is you retain people because you care about them, treat them right. And you can attract talent like them because you care about them and treat them right, and take care of them when they're sick, and take care, pay for the marriage counselor, as you said, mental health, when their marriage is struggling, or give them some extra grace time when there's a cancer diagnosis, because normal PTO just won't cover that. But it's not just for that person you're doing it, but the entire rest of the team is watching when you're doing that. And so my contention has always been that the odd thing is that by treating people extremely well, the actual result is it's good business and you create more profit. And by the way, you should just do that anyway. But you know what I'm saying? But
definitely.
And I would do it anyway, and you would do it anyway. But I've got a real case to make that there's actual increased profit from it.
Yeah, like you said, it's really hard to gauge actual numbers of like it being from the direct result. And we always cared about our people. We're just, genuinely business owners, but we didn't make people first in terms of like, this is why we go to work.
Yeah.
We go to work and we're all producing the same result. And out of that, we're all successful, because if we're more successful and there's more to bottom line, then that means more money in your pocket. And like you said, in terms of retaining staff, we've had no turnover. And if anything, there's more people coming to our door because they're hearing about our culture.
Yeah.
And that is a very real thing that we have heard. And that's exciting.
That's it. I'm so proud of you. Way to go.
Thanks, Dave.
Very cool. Excellent. Excellent job. Thanks for calling in with your brag. Very good job. See, it can be done. And the restaurant business is really, really tough. The catering business, that's hard work, man. That's late at night. Sometimes the customers aren't nice. Sometimes they don't appreciate you. Oh, man, that's a tough world dealing straight with the public on that. That's the real deal for sure.